But what he did say about Charlie was that Charlie was actually a master builder.
Charlie volunteered for my 2016 campaign and traveled the nation with my son Don and Eric. I got to know him very well and saw immediately that Charlie was actually a master builder.
Going to replace Charlie Kirk, okay? Kings are born. You don't just get to depose and tell us that we're going to follow this individual, okay? I'm one of the Masons of Turning Point USA. To those of you who think that you are going to replace Charlie Kirk, okay? Kings are born. You don't just get to depose and tell us that we're going to follow this individual, okay? I'm one of the Masons of Turning Point USA. You put a shill in Charlie Kirk's chair, in Charlie Kirk's company, and you try to tell us to follow that individual, I will be an enemy of you. There will be nothing that can stop me, okay? And I want you guys to understand, this is not a threat, this is a promise. There will be nothing that can stop me. I will release every single text message. So to those of you who are trying that, I'm seeing the messages, I am telling you to back off right now. Like right now, don't do it, okay? Don't you think about it. I know exactly who you are. I know exactly who you were that were exerting pressure. Don't you pretend to be noble now and say nice things about Charlie Kirk and think you're going to slide into his chair, okay? Over my dead body, which I'm sure can be arranged. Over my dead body, which I'm sure can be arranged.
Hey guys, Demon Under here. Hope all is well. Yeah, so I'm going to share this video here, predictive programming, Snake Eyes in terms of Charlie Kirk death, and Enter the Stars just did a great video breakdown, decode on Snake Eyes, as well as decoding with Kodi, and Joseph Aquaviva 2 did one. But anyway, I'm going to leave links to all three videos in the description. You can go through and watch it, but you can clearly just show, or can clearly see based off the decoding that this was obviously a pre-planned psyop, like 911. So anyway, you guys enjoy. Thanks. Take care.
Hey guys, welcome back at Show Stuff. Huge video for you here. Predictive programming for the Charlie Kirk ritual. There's a movie called Snake Eyes, which came out in 1998, and in that movie, U.S. politician Charles Kirkland is assassinated at a live event by a shot through the neck. Charles Kirkland, like Charles Kirk. And obviously, Charlie Kirk was also shot in the neck, allegedly, right? Well, in the movie Snake Eyes, the heavyweight boxer Lincoln Tyler is in the ring during the assassination. Tyler, like Tyler Robinson. And in Gematria, Lincoln Tyler is 165, like Tyler Robinson is 165, and his nickname is the Executioner, okay? Well, the big part here, guys, in the movie Snake Eyes, the assassination occurs on September 10th. Charlie Kirk was allegedly assassinated on September 10th. Can you believe this, guys? You guys got to share this with everyone you can. This is undeniable. And also, see how Nicolas Cage is doing the hands like Charlie Kirk. Also, Donald Trump does that hand sign. And also, we're in the year of the snake right now. It's called Snake Eyes. But wow, just, you put that all together. Charles Kirkland shot in the neck. Lincoln Tyler equals Tyler Robinson. And you're telling me the assassination in the movie happened on September 10th, the same day the Charlie Kirk event? happened. Oh my goodness. Can you believe it? Snake Eyes movie. Charles Kirkland, like Charles Kirk, shot through the neck by a guy with the name Tyler. Lincoln Tyler equals Tyler Robinson. And the assassination happens on September 10th. Wow. Guys, share this video with everyone you can. Take a screenshot of this. Share it on social media. We got to get this out there because this is absolutely undeniable. And I'm sure there's more. Let me know if you have more in the comments. I had to get this video out as quick as I could.
Hey guys, Demon on here. Hope all is well. Yeah, I was watching 7 Grains of Salt here. She was just breaking down Charlie's memorial a little bit. But I just want to show you something here. If you notice the Charlie Kirk banner, the one on the right, and then right above the stage, you have the banner that's directly above the stage, but the dates, you know, are underlying the word lie, L-I-E, remembering the lie, 1993 to 2025. You know, maybe you stretch, but that just kind of jumped right out at me. Remembering lie, 1993 to 2025, which is here. And also up here. But, and like I said, she's an actress. She's also an alleged casting director.
You guys, this thing is the gift that keeps on giving. Again, if I thought Charlie Kirk was really shot, I'd be filled with sorrow, unlike his wife at the press conference. So I just did a post showing how bad she was acting for a man that she loved who got shot in the throat 2 days prior. And then somebody sends me a video. Joey, you know she's an actress? I said, well, of course she's an actress. Like, no. She was on Bravo, a show called Summer House. And would you believe it? Season 11, episode 3 for your 113. And you'll see in the clip, orange drinks, orange belt. I think she's wearing a black and white duality. You guys, it's all a fucking show. See for yourself.
Jordan's probably a virgin, so I'm setting Jordan up with my friend Erica. She's beautiful, and she happens to be religious. Oh, there they are. You want me to go grab a drink some recliner in here? Or? Cool. Jordan, if you don't take this to the next level, God help you. Oh. This is ridiculous. Okay, that's good.
Beautiful blonde hair, her smile, her radiance. I can tell that she's got not only outward beauty, but inner beauty, and that's what I'm looking for in a woman. So, how do you two ladies know each other?
We were in Miss USA together.
Oh, cool.
So, she was Arizona and I was Miss North Carolina.
Congrats.
2012 wins Miss Arizona competes in Miss USA, a pageant owned by ... Trump. Okay, want to know something really weird? So she had said in a podcast that she had never competed in pageants and had never done any modeling before until one day she receives an invitation in the mail to become a model and start doing pageants. And the pageants that she started doing were Miss USA pageants owned by Trump. So she modeled for Trump. She was one of Trump's pageant girls. But did you know that she was also a casting director at the same time that she was doing all of this stuff for Trump? Now, she doesn't specify on her website if she worked as a casting director for Trump, but around the time that she was claiming to be a casting director, she also owned a ministry that was working with the U.S. military in Romania. The area in Romania where she was operating this ministry had a bunch of locals accusing these evangelical ministries of kidnapping children and trafficking them out of the country. These children were being found in the UK, in Israel, and were also being sent to undisclosed private islands. Locals demanded authorities look into it, but they never did. Now, Charlie Kirk really wanted the Epstein files released, but did his wife? Prior to marrying Charlie Kirk, she was a multi-millionaire on her own, and since his passing, she's also amassed all of his wealth plus an additional at least $5 million in donations. She's currently considered the most powerful woman in the United States, with mega fans begging her to run as vice president in 2028. Let's talk about their first date because it was actually a job interview. Back in 2018, 2 years after Donald Trump had started working with Charlie Kirk had hosted a Turning Point USA opening event for one of the offices that they had opened. And Erica and Charlie Kirk were introduced to each other. Charlie Kirk instantly thought that she was beautiful, but thought that she was really smart. And allegedly, one of their mutuals had suggested that Charlie Kirk hire Erica. I'm assuming it was Donald Trump or someone on his team because Donald Trump had signed on to work with Charlie Kirk and Erica was already one of Donald Trump's employees. So it would make the most sense for Donald Trump and his team to encourage Charlie Kirk to hire Donald Trump's employees. Anyways, Charlie Kirk DM'd Erica, invited her for a job interview. The job interview ended up turning into a date.
So, there's too many red flags here. And obviously Trump's the father of the vaccine, and Charlie Kirk was notorious for promoting MAGA and Trump and the left, this is right, false paradigm, giving folks the illusion of choice, and then you just happen to have all these politicians, that she was saying in this video, that you can't trust any of them. And I agree fully. And again, here is the Knights of Malta pendant that she was wearing, revealing that they're all part of the same bloodlines, Knights Templar cross. And then when you have Erica doing the alleged devil horn hand sign, which some speculate's the I love you sign in sign language, but here you clearly have Anton DeVay, head of the Satanic Church, doing it the same way. So, as well as, the Pope. So, and given all the red flags surrounding this, I could pretty much confident that she's not throwing up, the I love you sign, given all these different anomalies and her throwing up 666 as well.
They chose the memorial today on purpose. You hear me? On purpose. Do not let anybody tell you it was a coincidence that almost 80,000 people packed the stadium on the exact day of a solar eclipse, a new moon, and Saturn at opposition. That's not random. That's staging. That's choreography. And it wasn't for you. It was for them. And here is the ugly truth. Crowds are batteries. When tens of thousands cry, chant, and sway together, you create a current. Science calls it collective effervescence. Spirit folks call it energy harvesting. I call it what I see it, stealing your grief and cashing it in. And this playbook isn't new. The Romans did it in the Colosseum, blood and bread to distract the people while the empire pulled strings behind the curtain. Televangelists do it every single Sunday, whipping a congregation into tears, then passing the plate at the peak. Even Hollywood showed you the metaphor in The Matrix. Humans strapped in as living batteries, feeding a machine that doesn't give a damn about them. Fiction? Sure, but it makes the point plain. Your energy can be drained and redirected. That's exactly what happened today. A memorial dressed up as a spectacle, tears turned into chants, destiny slipped into the mic right as the eclipse hit. While you were raw from loss, they funneled that energy straight into their machine. Donations, pledges, loyalty. The eclipse, that was the amplifier. Tie a man's death to the heavens and suddenly it's not just a loss, it's prophecy. And if you question it, you're told you're dishonored in the dead. And that's the trick. Grief turned sacred, sacred turned untouchable, untouchable turned useful. And here is the kicker. It worked. People walked out of there buzzing, ready to give, ready to fight, ready to defend a story somebody else scripted for them. That charge didn't fade when the lights cut off. It got banked. It'll be spent later on whatever agenda they load into it. This was not comfort. It wasn't closure. It was control. They harvested 80,000 beaten hearts today and called it a memorial. So don't get played. Don't call it holy when it was a hustle. They chose that day on purpose. They chose that stadium on purpose. They used that eclipse on purpose. And unless you start naming it, they'll keep doing it. Because listen, harvesting your pain has always been the oldest con in the book. Stay awake, stay loud, and do not let them farm you like cattle.